Up to now, it seems like whatever the Essenes taught, we have it here. Huh? So we might call ourselves the Essenes also. Yeah, Essen. Few Essen. In German, it means eating a lot. The eaters. At least you are good at that. Well, one has to be good at something. No? All right. But honestly, all their way of life seems familiar, no? Seems like we live our life, yeah? The way we do. Up to now, huh? Well, most of it, yeah? Sometimes a little bit different, depends on the situation and the time. But most of it we're living like that. Well. You know, just like when we go to retreat, whoever has the money can contribute for the meal, you know, or whatever you like, or not contributing if you don't have money. So we're sharing what we have. It's truly like that. Huh? Nobody forces anybody to really have to give money for the retreat. Yeah? So even though you belong to the Essenes, you know, I mean the eating orders, you don't even need to pay if you don't have, you know? And, you know, whoever needs, we always help each other, nah? And help outsiders also, nah? Yeah, so okay, now. Then they take off their white aprons, which they consider sacred clothes. I guess because they go to work in the field and all kinds of work, so maybe their clothes are not that clean or spotless when they go into the meditation hall or eating hall. So apart from, you know, cleaning themselves at all, they have to wear a white cloth, yeah? For hygiene reason also, and for coolness, nah? It feels good when everybody's all white. Nah? It also feels good when you're all colors, I don't mind. It's just that in that time, they had certain rules, which is also, I consider, very scientific. Everybody wears the same long garment, you know? And then it also keeps you warm, yeah? It's airable, breathable. And then you just sit and cover your knees and everything and meditate, and it's just very simple, yeah? Very easy also. I like this kind of clothes. You can eat a lot, nobody sees anything. If you belong to the order of the Essenes, you know, you eat a lot and you wear this and nobody see how much, yeah? You don't need to worry about the figure at all. By the way, was it good, the breakfast?
Yes.
Was it enough?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So if you have a snack, that doesn't mean you didn't have enough, right? Enough food for everybody, right? In the morning, yeah? So just if you feel like eating a little bit, it's okay. There's always some food there for the latecomer, or, you know, somebody who didn't like the breakfast or didn't eat much at breakfast because too early or wasn't ready, so can go out and eat a little bit later, huh? But don't make it an Essener habit all day long, huh? Their word means the essence, means the essence of our being, huh? I guess. Not the essence in the German language, eating, huh? All right. Then they return to their work, which they pursue till the twilight spreads over the earth. It means they work from dawn to dusk, eh? Yeah. They work like the sun, rise and go to rest. Yeah. Then they go to their frugal evening meal again, during which they observe the same ceremonies as at their dinner. I mean, lunch. It seems like they eat only twice a day. Yeah. If members from foreign parts have arrived, they are put in the chief places at the table. Oh, how polite. Yeah. Here also, no? You come from different countries and you sit in the hall, and the French people, they sit out there. I mean, the owner of the center, they sit outside. This is the way it should be, yeah? Okay, very good. We should always be courteous to each other and be polite and treat each other like God, eh? That's of course, yeah. The meal is taken with the most solemn silence and stillness. I told you not to speak, no? Did you speak a lot today? No, huh? Okay, good. I didn't hear anything. Wonderful. Yeah. It's the best. You know, when you eat in silence, your food is more blessed because in silence you can remember God better. Yeah. When you eat in God's grace, then the food will nourish you better. Yeah. Will uplift your spirit and fill your health with more vigor and happiness. Understand? Yeah. Not like God is strict, like you cannot speak, and God doesn't care what you do. It's just whatever we do proper is good for us. Yeah? Okay. Mostly we should try to speak less anyway. But of course, when I'm with you, I can't make a good example because I have to talk. I have to talk to you a lot, you know. When I invite you to my room, I share the food with you. I have to ask, how are you? You know, you like the food? Tell me about your life and your stuff, you know, your work, things like that. So that's exceptional, eh? But normally within each other, within yourself, you should keep silence when you eat so that you can remember God while you're eating. If you're talking to each other, of course you don't remember God that very well, yeah? We don't reach that level all the time that we can do multiple tasks and also remember God at the same time, right? So it's better to be cautious. And when you remember God, your food is blessed. You know that, yeah? Now, no noise or dispute disturbs the peace of the house. They talk by turns and in a low tone, which will appear strange to those who are not used to it. Yeah. Yeah, what for we have to talk very loud, right? We have microphone. They observe great temperance in their way of living. They eat and drink only what is necessary for their body. In general, do they not act without the knowledge and consent of their elders? But it is always left to their own free will to exercise benevolence and compassion to all in want of all classes in society. Sounds familiar also. Huh? That's the only free thing you can do. Be compassionate and be a giver. Yeah, be charitable. That's the thing you don't need to ask me about. I told you already. Yeah, you don't need to give me money. But if you see somebody in need, you must give. And that you don't have to ask me. Yeah, everything else you come and ask me, right? Most of the time. Not really. I mean, just important things, yeah? Yeah. If they live within the communities, and if they want to act something for the communities, then of course they have to ask the person in charge. Just the same like, okay, if you want a retreat, you talk it over with the contact person and the people who take care of the center first. We don't just come stomping in here, no? And say, here I am, 100 people. No, it's different. When you come visit as a small group, it's okay. But when we need to organize a bigger group, then of course we talk with each other first, nah? Okay, now, they are free, you know, to act in benevolence and compassion toward all who need, of all classes in the society. Well, it's South familiar, huh? We also go out and help everybody, yeah? We don't care if he's a Muslim, he's poor, he's black, he's white, he's red, he's yellow, we don't care. If he needs, we help what we can, eh? Because, to be honest, we are like a small group, you know? We are not a big empire or like a billionaire Mongol or anything. Yeah, because whatever we earn, we mostly share in it, by the way, on the way, already. And we're not like a professional charity group. I told you already, yeah? We don't have any subsidies from government, or we don't take anything anyway. And we don't ask for donation from our members or anything. So whatever I have, I give. And whatever you have, you give. All free. You do what you do and I do what I do. Yeah. So in this respect, they're free. Free to feed the hungry. Free to clothe the naked and shelter the homeless. They're free to comfort the sick. Visit, assist, and comfort the prisoners. That's normal. Yeah, we do that all the time. Surprised. Yeah, it's the same what we're doing. Even the prisoners, we also visit and comfort them. Yeah, because sometimes people become criminals for lack of affection, for lack of understanding with the society or from the society or about the society. You know, they feel left out, they feel rebellious, or they've been in bad companies, or misfortune befell them and they had no choice, etc., etc. Or they thought they had no choice, or they were forced into this situation, or sometimes they were even wrongly accused, yeah, by a superpower or by a wrong identification, or by being in the wrong place at the wrong time. For example, all kinds. So anyway, we always hope that visiting the prisoners in prison will bring them comfort and turn them around to be a useful and beneficial person in the society, at least for their life. Yeah, okay. Oh, it sounds familiar, huh? I did not read all this before. I read just some of it, and I thought, oh, it's a good idea to share it with you. And now it's becoming more and more familiar all the time. Thank God for that, yeah. Because I really like the Essenes, the way they live their life. And the more we read about it, the more we like it. And the more it seems familiar to us, no? Okay, all this free will, they're also free to go comfort, aid, and protect the widows and fatherless. They never let themselves be overcome by anger, hatred, vengeance, or ill will. Indeed, they are the champions of faith, truth, and honesty. Yeah, I hope you aspire to all that. As the servants and arbitrators of peace, they are, huh? They are. And we are too, no? Are we?
Yes.
Okay. Honestly?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, I know you are. Their yeah and nay were with them as binding as the most sacred oath. I mean, if they say yes to you, that's it. That is a promise, and it will be done. If they say no to you, they really mean no. And that's that. I mean, everything about their way of life is very clear, very honest, yeah, very respectful. Everything they do is of respect, love, and honor, yeah? Yeah, the 5 precepts is for that, to keep us in line in the beginning. Later it becomes natural. You be an honorable person without even thinking. It becomes like second nature. It's the real nature of you. Accept the oath that they take at their admittance into the order. They do take oath as well, 5 precepts, right? Maybe, or 10 commandments. Yeah. Accept the oath that they take at their admittance into the order. They never bind themselves through an oath, neither in their public nor private life. I don't understand this really. Do you? What can it mean?
They don't swear.
Ah, that's right. That's very cool. So smart, you know? You don't use God's name in vain, yeah? You don't use a profanity, to abuse God's name or your honor, yeah. Like, for example, if you know that you can do it, then you tell to the person, I would do it. Well, I say, I swear I will do it. You know, in God's name, I swear I do it. There's no need for that. They just say, okay, I will do it. I help you, or I will do it. That's it, yeah? But at the time of initiation, of course, you have to make real promise, yeah? In the name of God, to be worthy of God. I am going to keep these precepts for the rest of my life. Well, if you can, huh? Like, no stealing, huh? Be honest, no killing, keep vegan, meditation, live the life of virtue. That you have to promise. You cannot just say, I try. Maybe. Because if you maybe, you can't sit here, huh? You can only maybe outside, but you cannot maybe in here. We don't want maybe. Okay, oaths and profanity are with them as much shunned as perjury itself. Now it's clear, yeah? They don't swear, okay? They don't say something like I swear I go to hell if I don't do that, something like that. You know what I mean? There's no need. They don't do such things. Because their words are the words of honor. There's no need to do this kind of thing. Okay. They consider that the man loses his esteem among his fellow citizens whose word is not sufficient without swearing. It's become more clear now. That's good. So they study with perseverance and interest the ancient writings, the scriptures, the sutras, all these holy teachings they study. We do, hey? Yeah, we are doing now to prove it. Okay. They especially prefer such that they are intended to indurate and strengthen the body and ennoble and sanctify the spirit. They have profound knowledge of the art of healing and study it arduously. They examine and are acquainted with the medicinal herbs and plants which they prepare as medicine for man and animal people. Animal people, actually, maybe explaining differently here. I don't think they call them beasts in that order. We don't call anybody beasts in our order, no? We call them animal people, brothers and sisters, friends, yeah? Okay. So it's just a different translation. Or maybe at that time, that was the word they used. Yeah, so. They also know the use and worth of minerals as medicine and do a great deal of good by applying these for healing the sick. Anybody that wishes to belong to the brotherhood is not at once admitted. Of course not, huh? Yeah, 3 months vegan, huh? Before admittance to the brotherhood, one has first to pass a whole year of trials outside the same. 1 year? And I give you just immediately after lecture? Wow, too cheap. Okay, from today, 1 year, huh? For you. Okay. One has to live according to certain rules and regulations. During this time, he has to prove himself worthy through a strictly moral and virtuous life and temperance. He is provided with a spade, an apron, and a white garment. Now subjected to new trials. Having passed through these, he is sprinkled with water, baptized as a sign of his spiritual purity and liberation from material things. We can do it with water or without water. Yeah, it's just a ritual. It's nice. It's no harm. We have a lot of rain. It's convenient. It's convenient to do in a rainy city. Yeah. But in some African cities, probably we have to sprinkle with sand, huh? Because they don't have much water. It's just a kind of symbol. Yeah. People still use it nowadays to baptize in some rituals, in some spiritual orders. We just do without. Yeah. Having passed through these, and proved his chastity, and being further tried in his strength of character and other qualities, and found to be worthy, he is at last admitted an actual member of the brotherhood. The poor guy, after 1 year of trial and tribulation and all kinds of tests. My God. Now, is there any spade and things in this house to dig? For agriculture, you can plant some more vegetables in the small garden that we have. But before he touches any food in the presence of the brotherhood, does he take this sacred vow? Above all things, to respect God, he must, of a true and pure heart, exercise justice and honesty to all men. Neither of imposed or influenced by others must he harm or hurt any man. Understand? No matter how. Yeah? Okay. During all his life to shun injustice. Further, he vows sacredly ever to obey his worldly rulers, as nobody has the rule without the will of God. Do you understand that? So even if you think the law is not very good, but you still have to obey it, because that might be God's will. Nobody can do it alone. Yeah, it must have been the karma of certain countries that the citizens have to undergo such and such dictatorship or strict governance. That's why we do not want to ever criticize anyone. We just pray for peace and make an example of kindness. Yeah? And hope that other people might do the same for the sake of everyone. Huh? If they don't follow, okay, that's it. We are not to criticize anything. But as it is, as we know that what we sow, so shall we reap. Yeah? So in our hands, we must exercise the power of kindness and compassion only. Understand, huh? Yeah. So if other people don't do it, then we know it might be God's will. Yeah? So we have to comply with it. Yeah? But in our hands, we always rather err on the side of compassion. So always be kind and be good. That's it. No matter who else does what. So here it means that if you live in any country, any rules, you have to abide by that. Yeah? Not because you are a spiritual practitioner, so you do what you want. It's not like that. Just like the similar teachings of Confucius, you know, say you have to be loyal to your king and your country. If he becomes a ruler, if the practitioner of the Essenes order becomes a ruler, does he vow not to misuse his power? Yeah, I told you already, in our hands, we always exercise the power of compassion and kindness. Rather hurt ourselves, not hurt other people. Yeah, do you understand me? Outsiders, yeah. Here, I beat you up anytime. I beat your ego, yeah? Do I? No? Maybe I should have. I beat you with a bar of chocolate. Okay. It's very rare that the master, it's very rare that the master has to resort to some kind of physical reprimand. Yeah, very rare. Because it hurts the master more than the disciples. You understand me? The karmic transference will make the master suffer more. Yeah. But if it has to be done, the master will do it. But rarely. Yeah. Mostly verbal teaching should be applied to yourself, to the disciples, and that should be very sufficient already. If you keep the precepts and you really tone down your ego, yeah, and try to be humble, then the master doesn't ever have to suffer too much. Okay? Humility is very important. Humility means the absence of ego. Yeah? Ego means the absence of humility. Humility is very important. Without it, you will cause a lot of trouble and headache for everybody, including the master. Yeah? Even if you want to do good, you do it with just ego. It's just the way you think. You ignore everyone else. You don't consider. Not because you want to. It's just, you just live that way. Your ego just leads you into that kind of inconsiderate way of life. And then it's very difficult for you to understand everybody else's feelings or convenience. So the ego is your worst enemy. Worse than eating meat. You understand? If the people already killed it and you eat it, you have some karma, you don't have too much compassion. But with ego, you even forsake also compassion. because you don't know what compassion is anymore. You are blind to the people around you, of their feelings, their emotions, and their needs. You are blind. If you have ego, you just think of yourself, the way you want to do this, the way you do that, and you do it your way, and you just don't think of any other alternative. You don't consider anybody else. And the ego is the one that stands in between you and the true knowledge of the providence. So anyone who has big ego, don't consider yourself intelligent at all. You are just repeating kind of parrot person, learning from anything that you know, but you're not truly intelligent. The one who truly has knowledge is the one who has no ego. Then your knowledge shines and you do everything right. It's just like that. So don't be afraid of any danger or any trouble. Be afraid of your own ego. Yeah? Ego is what? Where do we get ego from? Okay? Past life impressions and the accumulating of habits or association, background. If you used to learn something, and you're good at this, and then you learn something else, you're good at that, and everybody keeps praising you, yeah? Then over time, you're so used to being praised, yeah? And then your ego grows up, and you think whatever you do is good, because you've been used to being at the top, and then you don't consider anybody. It just becomes a habit, and this is very bad for us, yeah? Try to eliminate that. Only when you eliminate your ego, then your knowledge will truly be revealed. So that's why in the old times, it is said, the man who knows looks like the man of low knowledge, of an ignorant person, because he might not show off the skill of the world, of the worldly knowledge. He doesn't even want to show up. If he knows it, he doesn't even show up. For him, it's not important anymore. The important is the real knowledge of heaven, the true original knowledge, which we forsake for the sake of learning some skill or something in this world, or any doctrine, any policy, or any special talent just to go on top of society, and forsake our own great self and the real knowledge that we always have to be a great person. So to have knowledge in this world is not the priority, really. Learn what you can to survive, of course, but if we forsake our real knowledge for worldly skills, that is a very great pity. It will enhance only our ego, and it will separate us more from our true knowledge, the one who knows everything, the one who pervades everywhere, the one who never goes wrong. All right, we continue with the essence. The members of the Essenes will shun injustice all their lives. Yeah. Everything he acts with fairness, with justice. He would never treat somebody unfairly. Yeah. Ever undaunted to further truth and justice. That's their life mission. Yeah. Their life goal. Okay. Further, he vows to sacredly ever to obey his worldly rulers, as nobody has the rule without the will of God. If he becomes a ruler, he vows never to misuse the power, but to set an example for his subjects by a virtuous life, frugality, and plain habit, plain clothing. Yeah. He shall always love truth and shun falsehood, to preserve his mind from impure thought or impulse. He should do that. Okay. He's never to stain his hands with unjust gain, to live honestly by your own earning. Yeah. He vows never to interpret or explain anything of the laws of the order in any other spirit than he himself has received it from the Holy Fathers. Yeah. Do you understand? He would not misinterpret it. He would not distort the true teaching for gain or for profit of any kind, except to impart it to others just the way he has received it, just to know God, yeah, to be virtuous and moral. To faithfully hide and take care of the books. Hide and take care of the books and archives of the order. Wow. To hide it. Huh. Must have been tough at that time too, hey? Yeah. To faithfully hide and take care of the books. Hide and take care of the books and archives of the order. Wow. To hide it. Huh. Must have been tough at that time too, hey? Yeah. Well, in some places I do have to hide my stuff too. Until recently even, you know, like I don't leave all the books that belong to us all over in my living room or anywhere that people can come in and see immediately. I hide them somewhere. That's out of sight. I still do that. So if you happen to walk into my house, you see just a normal household. A bird person, picture, dog people, picture, family picture, whatever, you know. Very normal household. You don't see any holy signs of books or anything like that. Or maybe a Bible or something like that is harmless, but nothing special from us. Eh? I also hide my identity wherever I live. I interact with neighbors the way you do. Very friendly, humbly, and normally. So wherever I live, unless he already watched every Master TV by chance, he doesn't know me. Yeah, up to now it's like that. Everywhere I live, people don't know me. We are hiding it just to have peace, to continue to work, not to be afraid of anything. Suppose if all the neighbors come in and out of my house all the time, master this, master that, how am I going to even have time to work, you know? I have to be social all the time, drink tea with them every day. Yeah, then I will have no chance. And it will be then not the same anymore. I just like them as neighbors. Yeah, more natural. Because if I have to live among followers and disciples day in, day out, I don't know if I can bear it. Too much reverence, too much disciples and master stuff, you know. So sometimes to have a natural, normal environment is also very good for me. Also, it's just my nature like that. I don't just preach to everybody on the street or in my neighborhood. No, they know nothing. Yeah. Maybe I put the alternative living flyer somewhere, you know, near the mailbox, something like that, but no picture or anything. No every Master TV advertisement at my house. Yeah. Okay, now we continue. Many of them have in the very pain rebuked their enemies with the sharp sword of their word of truth. You understand that? If they have to say something, then I just use the true word, the true teaching. They'll probably tell them, I'm sorry, but meat is really not good. Yeah? It harms the environment. It kills the animal, people, and they want to live. Vegan is a better way of life. That probably they have to tell. If they have to. Yeah. That's the word of truth. They have to do that. They only kill with the sword of truth. Not the physical sword. That's what it means. Yeah. They have then, to the great amazement of the bystanders, in a calm mind and joyful manner, given up the spirit in the firm belief and faith that their bodies shall decay, become dust, but that the souls are immortal and shall live eternally. They say that during the worldly life, the spirit is chained to the body like a prisoner in a cell. We all know that, huh? During meditation, we fly, huh? Okay. Already tasting the heavenly bliss, it soars up to the bright kingdom of joy and peace. They agree that the pious spirits, previous to their admission into the joy of heaven, hover in space over the waters without being affected by rain, snow, cold, or heat. They maintain that by the doctrine of the immortality of the soul, humans, I don't know why they always say men. Huh? Is that sexist or what? Who are we here? Huh? We are half of the population, no? Always say mankind, human even. Why not human? What's wrong with human? Huh? What's wrong with womankind? Why mankind? Where do all men come from if they are not woman? Huh? Anyway, we can use both, at least, nah? So maybe we have to say, human and womankind. Yeah? In the human-woman world. Yeah. Actually, in the world woman, we have both man and woman already. But they're allergic to using it. Even from the beginning. From a long time already. In the beginning, the woman was at the top. Women were the leaders. Yeah. But slowly, men used their strength to overpower them and make them clean pots and, and cook silky tofu instead. Yeah. It's also a nice job. Who cares, yeah? As long as the man can provide something, we are happy to stay home, cook tofu. But sometimes the case is the woman also have to go get the tofu. To burn the bread and also have to cook the tofu. Yeah. While the men are watching something interesting, important, like, a soccer game. No, I'm just joking. No, men are good, yeah. But I just don't know why they use only mankind and human. Never mind, we don't care. We also neither man nor woman anyway. We are not competing for that, yeah? So men okay, woman okay, whatever. They maintain that by the doctrine of the immortality of the soul, men are promoted and encouraged to a virtuous life and shun vice. Many of the Essenes have often stepped forth among the people as prophets. Well, I'm not surprised. I have a lot of prophets here. They inform them of things to happen. Oh, these are seers, no? After they practice for a while, they can see sometimes things happening, yeah. But often we keep quiet, huh? Only when necessary. I mostly don't predict anything, do I? No. Really, huh? Unless they ask, huh? Like they asked if the year 2000 is the end of the world or not. They asked a direct question. And I had to say no. I'm also under oath to tell the truth. So I had to say no, but I wouldn't just, go out and tell everybody, believe me, I see it. We live over. We live through. We live past 2000. I wouldn't do that. Okay. Sometimes I tell you, please beware, huh? Have to meditate more because it's a time of cleansing. And it's the truth I have to tell you. And you can see it yourself. I didn't tell lie. The golden age is for golden people. Only. Sorry, it's not my law. It's the law of karma. It's just like the law of any nation. We cannot escape. The law of nation, sometimes we can escape. Sometimes the police turn a blind eye. Sometimes you can do it cleverly and you can escape somewhat. Or during your lifetime, maybe you can run away, you hide. But the law of the universe, you can't. Can't know where to hide. The law of karma is very precise. is to the minutest detail, to a breath of a hair. Now, it is easier for these holy men again, didn't they have any woman in their order? What's wrong with you guys? Are you all men here, by the way? No, huh? Okay, never mind. We forget. We don't argue with this terminology. Okay. These holy men, yeah, often they only say holy men, huh? I mean, not just here, no? We often hear holy men, huh? We never hear holy woman. Oh, it's not fair. Well, thank God I'm a woman for a change. So that you can say you belong to a holy sisterhood. If we are holy, who cares? Anyway, it's easier for these holy men to prophesy as they, from their earliest infancy, study nature and the doctrine of the divine. They are instructed in goodly books and the writings of the prophets, and grow in wisdom and purity of heart. Their presages often came true, and this increased their esteem with the people as holy men and prophets. You see, in here, they mention that there are many prophets. It's not just one prophet. Yeah? Okay. So we have to understand that whoever reach the level of a certain spiritual height, then they can be called prophets. A prophet is a messenger of the holy doctrine. A prophet is supposed to mean the messenger of God. And there's not always one, sometimes more. But prophets, they have, of course, different levels, Some prophets are the direct contact with God, and some prophets are a little bit lesser level, but still they are prophets if they go and spread the truth teaching, and if in their heart they're also holy and have a certain high level of spiritual attainment, then these are probably being called prophets in this order. In our time, there may be also some prophets already among you, although you don't feel like that, and you don't see yourself as thus, but it's okay like that. So that's good for your ego that you don't even see yourself like that. Yeah, the more you practice, the more you don't see yourself as anything really. You know it, but it's no big deal to you. Yeah, just like after you graduate a long time as a medical doctor, you don't always feel proud, or you don't even think of it anymore, right? Oh, that's the way it is. It's become natural. In spiritual practice also, yeah? The higher you go, the more nothing you feel. You don't feel holy, you don't feel that you are special, you don't feel you're higher than anyone else. You just know it, but you don't feel anything special. Understand me? Yes. You just know it, definitely, that you are better than before, that you're higher than you were before, and that, of course, you're better than many of your other brothers and sisters who don't study the same spiritual elevation method. You know it only, but you don't feel arrogant about it. Yeah? That's correct. Is that so? Yes. Yeah. I know that because it's the same here. How I can talk with confidence, because it's the same experience. Yeah, between us, we all feel the same. One time, I discovered something. I mean, even I don't go from a high level, I was also beginning, a lower level. So I can understand all of you better. At one time, when I discovered something else, I thought, okay, that's it. That's the end of my mission. I don't know how to go out and talk to people anymore. What do I say to them about who I am? I just felt suddenly it's impossible to go out to talk to people anymore. Do you understand me? Before, I was still clouded, halfway, or 1/3 of it, cloudy, yeah? But when it's all clear, you suddenly feel, okay, finished. what to do, It's not like shy or something, but it just hits you like, oh, you cannot talk about it. Do you understand what I'm saying or not? Yeah? I felt like I could not ever go out and talk to anybody anymore at that point, one point. But then it's also passed like everything else, and then I had to resume my work, But it's different to talk to you than to talk to the people outside, of course. So with you, I could talk a little bit more easily. But at that point, when I discovered the truth, of my own identity, I thought, that's it. This is the end. Not the sad way, but it just felt like, that's it. I could never go out and tell people anything. Suppose they ask, who am I? What would I say? Do you understand me? Yes. What level I am, I could not say then. It just hits you like that. It's not like I'm prepared. Now I'm telling you in words. It seems more. It seems more like prepared or more understanding, more intellectual. But at that time, it just hit you like, boing. That's it. You're done. You could never go out and talk to anybody. It seems impossible. It seems like it's just not a thing that you would ever do. That's it. Because the truth just hits you. I don't know. It's hard to say it. Okay, never mind. Try to understand. If not, it's fine. Once you know that point, you just cannot talk. Yeah? I don't know how to explain it, really. Any of you understand? Yes. Well, how do you understand it? Tell me, one by one. Huh? Tell me how you understood. Just one by one. Anybody?
It's just a feeling, Master.
Feeling what?
It's just a feeling of one with the wonderful universe we live in. It's the same way we're one with every brother and sister.
No, that was before that.
Once you realized who you were, you realized nobody would understand if you talked about it.
Something like that. Yes. It wasn't that clear, but it just felt like, that's it, It feels like, okay, maybe you're shy or something. But it's not shy. It's just the feeling and the truth cannot be expressed. And it feels like I cannot do it. Just like going out and say, look at me, I'm beautiful. It's just like similar like that. Do you understand me? And who would ever do that? Do you know what I mean now? It's similar like that. It's not exactly, but that's as good as I can tell you. Yeah? Okay. It seems like impossible anymore. I thought at that time, that's it, my mission is finished. I didn't even think that I could even come and tell you or talk to you again ever.
And you're a woman.
And
you're a woman.
What's that?
What people are looking for a man to be the leader.
Oh, not true, not really. No, honey, you always make a good point, but at the wrong time. Yeah, it's not about woman, honey, it's not. Because I have been outside before as a woman, and a lot of people always come and listen, It's not like they don't, huh? It's just that this time, I can't open my mouth anymore. At that point, yeah? Yeah. But now it's also already past like everything else. It's faded a little bit. So I have to forget it in order to continue my work. Okay? Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's just what it was. Yeah. Like, it's not about nobody would understand, but it seems too, I don't know, too incredible to tell anybody about it. And it seems like you cannot just want to tell. You understand what I mean? Yes.
Because you were in retreat for 2 years.
Yeah, that was.
So I was having a feeling that you are getting higher and higher and
will tell us. Yeah.
And on one side, I'm happy for you to are flying high, but on the other side, I'm afraid that we will be left here just for alone. So, but I have been suspected that you said since 1999, as you were in Africa, and you started to teach the people in the whole hall, the communion method. You said you can show the people God within just some minutes. As I was sitting in the hall, I was crying in my heart, and I said, "Master, do you know what you are doing?" Because it's really dangerous to show so much outside to the people.
It's okay. At that time, it was still okay. But you know, it's a different point. That is okay. That I can handle. It doesn't matter. I just tell people I saw God. I saw them God. You know, the third party. That's different. The third party, you can always introduce and glorify it and beautify it and say whatever you want about it. There's absolutely nothing to do with you. Yeah, that was the easy part, honey. I could show the whole world God at that time. It doesn't matter to me. I can handle it. You know, the karma, anything doesn't matter. It's not that. When you have a third party to advertise, that is easy. You know, blame it all on him. You know, yeah, glorify him. Everything. It doesn't matter.
I have been thinking, if you can give so much and everything and all the time, then you must be that.
Yeah.
Because no one else, no human and no other people that I've ever heard can do that.
Yeah, but at that time, still had a third party. Yeah, but when you reach to a non-third party, truly, you know, there are many levels. You feel one with God, okay. You feel one with the whole creation, that's okay too. But that's not the point. That's not when it hits like that. I haven't been hit like that, even in previous lives. In previous lives, I stayed at the 5th level so that I can come back. You see what I mean? Any other previous life, 5th level. That's all I went to, and so that's all I remember. I told you I'd take you to 5th level. And I told you the truth at that time, what I knew, okay? But later on, it is beyond that, and I say, that's it. I don't know what to say anymore. So even I drop you some bomb in Hungary, I say, you can't go beyond the 5th. And you were crying wolf. What can I do? I commit to the truth. I had to tell you. Yeah. But the 5th level is great, grand, and beyond your imagination. Do not look down on it. Some of you are not even there yet, and only say, only 5th level? Only. You know how many masters, you know, practice asceticism, forsake everything in the whole world, eat only wild berries, you know, and still haven't reached it. Only the 5th level. Where you want to go? The way you are. Huh? Anyway, okay. Oh, well, thank God that I come back to talk to you. Actually, I was thinking I felt very far also from you at that time. Yeah. I felt that you would not understand me, and you didn't. And Hungary, you all cry wolf now. Yes, 5th level only. What?
I think we did understand, but we felt you were so far away. We didn't want you to be so far.
Oh, I see. I did not want it to.
We really sad, you know.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
You still feel sad now?
No, you're back. No.
I'm back. Thank you for dragging me. Wow, what a friend for. Come back and play in the mud with us. No, I'm still not back, but I'm back, okay? I just handle the situation differently, that's all. Before I was just there, but now I'm there and here and here, yeah? I just learned to handle the different situation. It took a while for me also, you know. It's a shock. It's a joy, but it's a shock. What am I to do now with the rest of humankind and the disciples and all that? What am I going to tell them? You know. You understand? I became shy, really shy, reluctant. You know. Yeah. Yeah. fancy being shy. Huh? At that point. Why? It's not exactly shy like shy or ashamed. It's just a kind of... I can't explain. Anybody can explain it?
Self-awareness. It's different to sort of being shy.
Oh, self-awareness. Yeah, but why I don't want to tell people or feel I cannot?
Because it's so far out that it would like either drive them mad even, or it's a concept that humans cannot understand.
Yeah, even my mind can understand.
Yeah.
You know, it's only, I feel really like a shyness, you know? Like a shyness, do you understand? Really shyness, yeah, also. If you can put it that word. But it's more than shyness, yeah? It's not just shyness, it's more than shyness, but then it's also like a shyness. Like if you go out and boast yourself, you know, if you would like to do that, you know, like, look, I'm the most beautiful girl in the world, something like that. Nobody could ever do that, honestly, yeah? Except in a joke, yeah, that's different. But it was very far. It was very far. It was too far. It was too far. It's not like I planned to go there. No, I didn't. Honestly, I thought I was at the 5th level with you. Oh, that's it, you know. Honestly, I didn't plan to go that far. I just wanted him to go deeper, you know, into the knowledge of things. And then it hit me. I said, I never forget that. But I did forget it. You know, forgot the intensity of it. But I don't forget it. Something like that you don't forget. You don't forget your graduation day, no? Yeah, but it's more than that. Oh, God. I did not even believe I got there. You know? And after all these years, I was busy teaching you and everybody. I was running around in the 5th level. That was okay with me. Good enough. Yeah. My God, sometimes you're blindfolded, you know that? So believe me, if you think you're human and you're ignorant and all that, you are blindfolded also. One day it will hit you, okay? Maybe not the way it hit me, but it will hit you in the way that it hit me before that. You know what I mean?
Yes.